The 2025 Elimination Chamber is nearly here, so I thought it would be fun if we tier ranked every single Elimination Chamber match participant. My tiers are my picks, contender, dark horse, no chance, and glow. And right away, we're going to kick this off. Let's go over here. Let's grab Damien Priest. Going to throw him in the no chance section. Don't mean to be a hater. Sorry if anybody's a big Damien Priest fan out there, but let's just be honest. Let's look at who he's going to be in the ring with. Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, John Cena, Logan Paul, Seth Rollins, in an absolute star-studded Elimination Chamber. And it does not feel like Damien Priest versus Cody Rhodes is a better match than anybody else in the men's Elimination Chamber winning the match. So I love you, Damien. You had a terrific year, but I think you're in this match to set up a feud with somebody else. I won't say who. We'll get to it in a little bit. Let's move on now. Let's talk about Alexa Bliss, who just returned. I am going to put Alexa Bliss in the dark horse category, and I'll tell you why. Alexa Bliss versus Rhea Ripley would be a fresh matchup. I'm sure that they fought at some point, but talking about at WrestleMania under the biggest lights, and if you need a storyline, Alexa Bliss used to date Buddy Matthews. What? Rhea Ripley's current husband? Tell me that's not juicy. Alexa Bliss, she's a dark horse. She could possibly win this match. Watch out. Okay, next, let's talk about Drew McIntyre, because I desperately want to put him in the contender category, but I really think that he's going to end up on the undercard this year. It feels like Drew's been losing a lot of matches, and WWE doesn't see him as a title contender, especially against Cody Rhodes this year. I know that he and Cody have a lot of history together, but I think WWE, during the Royal Rumble, wanted to set up Drew McIntyre versus Damien Priest when Priest eliminated McIntyre. So if that's the case, I think Drew and Damien share some sort of encounter. Maybe McIntyre eliminates Damien Priest, gets back at him for the Royal Rumble. I think him and Damien are destined to fight this year. I'm going to put him as a dark horse because you can never count Drew out. So Drew's a dark horse. Next, let's talk about Bianca Belair. She's going to be my first contender. Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair would be incredible. I would pay so much money to see those two fight. My only issue with it, and the main reason why she's not my pick, is because it doesn't make much sense for them to fight right now. Rhea Ripley is a babyface. Bianca Belair is a babyface. If you want to have two of the pillars of your women's wrestling division fight each other, you need a proper story. Not to mention, you have the entire Jade Cargill situation going on. Who the hell hit Jade with a car? That is going to keep Bianca Belair from winning this match, because she's going to be involved in the Jade Cargill Naomi story going into WrestleMania, not challenging Rhea Ripley. I'd love to be wrong, though, with this. I would love to see Bianca versus Rhea. I don't think you need a story behind it other than these are the two best women's wrestlers in the world today, and they're going at it. I'd be fine with it. But I'm doing this tier with my head, not my heart. And my head is telling me Bianca's not going to win this women's chamber. So she's the first contender. She could win. She could definitely win. Okay, next, I want to talk about Seth Rollins, because as much as I love Seth Rollins, it pains me to say he has no chance of winning the men's Elimination Chamber this year. And here's why. Him and Roman Reigns are going to fight at WrestleMania. They have been building up the tension between Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns for such a long time. And it really kind of boiled over at the Royal Rumble. CM Punk eliminated them both. And then Rollins ends up stomping Reigns. He's out of action for a whole bunch of time. Rollins, Reigns needs to happen at WrestleMania. So for that reason, I think Rollins is just in this match to help elevate talent and put on a good show. I don't think he has any chance of winning, as much as I love Seth Rollins. Okay, next, let's talk about Naomi. She's gonna glow. There are few certainties in life. You have death, taxes, and Naomi glowing. She's gonna show up. She's gonna have a fun entrance. The crowd's gonna be pumped up. She's gonna do some tag team moves with Bianca Belair. Boom, glow, glow, glow. Very excited to watch Naomi glow. All right, next up, let's talk about Logan Paul, arguably one of the most talked about wrestlers in the WWE. I got to be honest, if Logan was in the main event, it would draw numbers. But with that being said, Logan has no chance of winning the men's Elimination Chamber match. Logan and Cody Rhodes fought at King and Queen of the Ring last year. So I don't know why WWE would go back to a rematch for the main event of WrestleMania. And there's honestly no story there. I think best case scenario for Logan Paul, he sets up a WrestleMania match or a WrestleMania angle with one of the other participants in this match. No disrespect, Logan, but you have no chance of winning the men's Elimination Chamber. Okay, next up, let's talk about Bayley. I think Bayley is a dark horse, and let me tell you why. She's coming off trying to win the NXT Championship. Before that, she kind of was irrelevant since losing her WWE Women's Championship to Nia Jax at SummerSlam. But because I think they could have an awesome match, they haven't worked together a lot. She kind of is similar to Alexa Bliss, where I wouldn't mind seeing this match. So for that reason, she's a dark horse. Okay, we're down to the final four, and I'm going to do these last two at the same time. So let's start with Cena, CM Punk. I've gone back and forth, and ultimately I've decided that my pick to win the men's Elimination Chamber is John Cena. My heart, it wants CM Punk, but my brain is telling me John Cena, and that's how I'm building this tier rank, is with my brain. So let me explain to you why I have John Cena as my pick to win the Elimination Chamber, and CM Punk is my contender, who could win. It probably going to play second fiddle. Let me just explain the dynamic between the two. John Cena, obviously, we all know he's on his farewell tour. The generational babyface, arguably the greatest babyface of all time, going up against the current babyface of the company, Cody Rhodes. It's an easy story to tell that most people would be able to get behind. I don't think you'd have to turn Cena or Cody heel. I think you could do the face versus face dynamic and it would work. My only concern is I don't know if Cena has the ability to put on a main event worthy match at this point in his career. The story is there, and I think it makes more sense for Cena to win because CM Punk, he has a favor from Paul Heyman in his back pocket that he can call in at any given moment. Maybe that gets him into a triple threat match with John Cena and Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. Or maybe it gets him into a triple threat match with Jey Uso and Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Cena doesn't have as direct of a line to WrestleMania as maybe CM Punk does because of that favor. So that's why I am going to give Cena the slight edge. Cena's my pick to win the men's Elimination Chamber. CM Punk is my runner-up. Okay, I might get a little heat for my last pick here because I think Liv Morgan has no chance at winning the women's Elimination Chamber match. I am tired of Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley fighting, and I would much rather see them go their own ways into WrestleMania, whether that be Liv and Raquel doing something in the tag division or Rhea challenging Roxanne Perez, who is going to be my winner. She is going to be a star on the main roster for years and years and years to come. Look at what she did at the Royal Rumble. She lasted an hour and 7 minutes. What better way to establish Roxanne Perez on the main roster by winning the Women's Elimination Chamber and going on to fight Rhea Ripley? So this is my tier. What do you think? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? I want to hear all about it in the comments. Also, if you haven't, make sure you like this video, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications because It's Real to Us, the wrestling show, produces tons of wrestling content that I know you're going to love. Thank you so very much for watching. I hope you enjoy the Elimination Chamber.